So hi guys, in this video we will learn about the CMAuditd, which is a graphical user interface tool designed for the Auditd. As you know that the Auditd provides a kernel level logging that generates the logs of the events that are taking place in the kernel space. Before using this tool, you must have the knowledge of about the Auditd, that how Auditd works. So as you can see that it's an open source project, it would be highly appreciable if you contribute in this project to make more feature in this. So let's moving further. So you can download the package here from the GitHub, and if you know more about the Auditd, so I shared the links in the description. You can check it out after the video. So as we can see that we have the service Auditd. Auditd generates the logs based on the rules defined in its configuration file. So it's at this time we have the Auditd service active. So stop it. Okay, we can also see the rules written in its rules file auditctl. So this is rule written on our etc shadow file, and this is a complete path of this file, shadow file. So we can also search on the basis of the key values, and that's here. So, and if there is a rule wrong written in your configuration file of rules, then it also generates an error. You can see etc audit rules. So let's suppose we can add here a rule. If I put the wrong directory, let's suppose root, which does not exist in my cases, it's my -p wrxa key values defined. Let's suppose test. So this here. So restart the service. So check it out, the rules. So it shows the one rules. It means that something wrong. So we can check. Okay. Sorry for. Oh my god. So there's a rule on line number 6 is a wrong rule. So no such file or directory exists. So this type of error can comes while you are working with the Auditd. So guys, as we see that we need a lot of different commands in order to use the Auditd service on the Linux. So if as you see that there is an error on the line number 6, and if you go to open the file auditd.rules, so there is an error, this file is not exist. So this is probably the line number 6. If I remove this to, let's suppose, root, so and make this file and save it, and then restart the audit service and check the audit rules. So you see that there is now no error shown here. We can load the rules auditctl. So both of the rules are shown, and both of the rules are valid. So you can see that if we put the wrong rules, we have to modify the rules files again and again, reopen the file. So CMAuditd help us to not to do this type of work with the Auditd. So it provide a more handy way. So I already installed the CMAuditd. So open in terminal. We just only have to run the CMAuditd.py file, Python. CMAuditd.py file, and this is the user interface of the Auditd. So we can see that we start the Auditd service here, and all rules are shown here. We can stop the Auditd service, and this button is show the status. We can see the current status is stopped, already is stopped, and we can restart the Auditd service and status is restarted. So this is just buttons here. So before we have to use this CMAuditd, you must know that I put it in the description that you must have to use this path at auditd.log. You have to create a file auditd.log manually. So now we can see that we have the valid rules here, and if we, let's suppose, put the wrong rule here as we did on the terminal, so root and password file here with a permission wrxa with a key value of, let's suppose, in our case was, let's suppose, testing. Now I add this rule in my file. So it's a very handy way to add the rules in the rules.d file. So let's restart the service and see. So we can see that our rules here, but whether this rule is valid we can check from this button. So this rule is not valid. So now we check that why our rule is not shown in the valid rule. So how can we know that? This is a check button. We show that this is an error in the line number 7. So you have to only mention the line number here to extract out that which rule is wrong. So you can see that this rule is wrong. So you copy that rule and paste that rule here again and delete this rule, and you can obviously modify this rule by deleting and adding again. So you submit that rule and restart the Auditd services. So you can see that if I use all rules files, this rule is now deleted from the rules files and the valid rules come here. So you can see that it's a more handy way to not to put the different commands on the terminal. Okay, now if we have the logs generated in the audit.d log file, we can search from that file based on the log. So this is a button from the, as you see that the drop down menu does not show any key value, so we have to first update the key list, and update key list is ready. So we can see that we have different file here. Open this key password based show us the logs based on this key. We can get the logs, and this is a more easy way to see the logs. If you want the detailed logs, that as these logs are too short, as I put the filter on it to get the more relevant information that is needed. In my case, you can modify this filter that I defined here, clean.audit.py. So this is a filter, so which make logs more comprehensible. So you can save the logs, and there your logs are saved in the script. So in the current directory, d password, this show that this key logs with d show the detailed log and is comprehensive log. That are comprehensive log are shared here, and if you want to see your detailed log, you can go to the current directory and see this is the logs of your key that you selected. So open that. The C password, this is a comprehensive password key. So logs, so you can see here there's logs, and if you want your detailed logs on this, you can see d password txt. So this is your detailed log. So basically the purpose that this is a user interface that is more handy to use. So rather than to put different commands of the Auditd on the terminal that makes you fed up. So this is another service available here. If you want to if you have the files rules in the different file, you can just if you want to use that file in the place of the Auditd rules file, then you just copy that file in the Auditd rules files and just place the path that where your rules present. And if you want to add new rules of the rules that are specified in your file, and you want to use the rules with your existing rules, then you can just append that rule and use this option. Just you would have to you just use the path here. So this is a basically user interface for that. So hope you've enjoyed it, and if you find any difficulty, you can just comment below.